Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today you join me here for another cabin tour. This time we're on Holland America Lines at Nieuw Statendam, which is a first time for us. It's the first time cruising Holland America. We're really excited to be on board this lovely ship for a Christmas cruise. Now for this particular voyage we've got an interior cabin here on deck 8. This is cabin 8109. I'll tell you a little bit about the cabin, its location and stuff very shortly, but in the meantime let's flip the camera around now and I'll show you the room. So, of course, as always, starting behind the cabin door, you do have information about your muster station, where to find that, as well as the various warnings, signals, and stuff you can expect on board in the event of an emergency. So, as we mentioned, we are on Nieuw Statendam, Holland America's ship here for Christmas. We've got this interior cabin. Looking at the rest of the door there, you have got your little lock down here. You can lock the door through that. And you also get on the behind the door the room service menu for your breakfast, as well as a tidy up please or do not disturb card that you can pop just on the handle over there. You do have a little key card slot here. Now you do need to have a key card in the room in order to activate the lighting and keep things like the AC on. You can pop a credit card in there or a driving license, something like that, if you wish to have it on while you're outside of the room. Various different light controls here, obviously controlling the various functions in the room. And then down here, that leads us to the little desk area that we have here on board. Now, again, at the moment, we've got bits and bobs charging, but it gives you an idea as to kind of plug sockets available and how you can utilise the space as well. But we have it in this cabin now for a little while, but I thought I'd keep it like this to show you how we're utilising some of the space. But we are in the process now of packing away, unfortunately, as our cruise comes to an end. But moving back to this area here, then you've got this lovely mirror here. One thing that we really do like is that the mirror is backlit. So as you can see there, if you want to sit here and do some makeup or something like that, you've got this really lovely lit up mirror area just there. Now, as mentioned, we are charging some devices and stuff down here ready for our journey home. So you have got the typical kind of USA plug sockets just down here, there, as well as a European one there. Again, you can utilise adapters and stuff to utilise those plug sockets. You've got another USA plug socket over here, European, USA, and then a little USB port down there in the corner. Lovely little makeup area there here with a little chair area as well for you to sit and enjoy. In here, we've got various different drawers and storage space. Again, we've utilised things like toiletries, chargers, those kind of bits and bobs, makeup bag, all those kind of bits and bobs you can come to expect. In the bottom down here of this drawer, you'll find a makeup mirror and a hairdryer for the room. And that then moves us over here to the storage on the right hand side. Now, in this top one, you will find your safe for the room. Now, it is a decent sized safe. It's kind of a standard one that you expect to see on a lot of cruise ships, but I'd say you can fit probably a small laptop in there, iPad, passport, wallet, all the usual kind of stuff. Nice and easy to lock away with a passcode and unlock. Up here, you'll usually get two robes for your room. Now, we've actually utilised one of them, which is in the bathroom. I'll show you that in a minute, but you'll get those nice and freshly cleaned in the bags for you up here in your cabin. The next one down here is your mini fridge. Now, in here, you will find a variety of different products and stuff that you can purchase, and I'll show you a little bit about that in a minute. But as you can see in there, you've got a variety of different soft drinks, water, you've got some sparkling wine, there's even a can of Red Bull there. You also have these cool little cocktails as well in a can, which again are available to purchase. You can, if you wish, ask your steward to empty that as well, or if you want, like us, you can just keep it there for your cruise. So if you do fancy anything without having to go up to the bar, you can just grab nice and conveniently from your mini fridge there. Shutting that up and moving to the next drawers down, you've got some more storage space. Again, we've utilised it for things like bags. We've had snorkels in here, sand shoes, all the kind of usual different bits and bobs that you can store away. Then fairly deep drawers, probably, I don't know, 15 centimetres deep or so, so you can fit some different items and stuff in there nice and conveniently. Another drawer at the bottom there, so you've got lots of storage here. You've got the storage space up there if you wish, mini fridge there, and then three drawers down at the bottom there, as well as the drawers on the side of the table. Moving over here then towards the bathroom side of the room, you have got the light switch controls for the bathroom and these really handy hooks here. Again, you can hang things like bathrobes on there, towels to dry, or like us, you can put these little lanyards on there to keep your key card at a convenient spot for you. Now, just before we head into the bathroom, I wanted to point out one more thing from this corner. You might not be able to see it at the moment, but just underneath here, there's a little white bar. That little white bar there is actually the light that is controlled by motion. So one thing I will say is I'm quite tall and I sleep on this side of the bed here. So during the night, when I turn over, the movement of the duvet in my feet has been setting the light off. It's not super bright, but it's something to consider for your cruise. You may wish to kind of block that out with something. We've been utilising a towel just to block that light off and to stop it from going off. I think it may be controlled by the bathroom as well, but I'm not entirely sure on that. I'll do my best to try and find out for you. But I just thought I'd point that out before we head into the bathroom here. You have got a handy dandy robe there again. That's the one that we've taken out of the bag and hung up in here for your new lovely Holland America line bathrobe. Really, really lovely. You have got up here 2 more towel rails as well to hang up various different bits and bobs. And that will take us then into the bathroom area. So starting here on the left hand side, you have got a really nice sink area, plenty of storage space. You do get some glasses in here as well. Again, we put various toiletries and stuff in here just to give you an idea as to how we've used our particular cabin and layout. You have got a shaving port there if you do wish to charge things like a shaver, or actually you can plug in a toothbrush as well if you wish. Lovely kind of storage space here. Again, we've got kind of various different toiletries, medications, sunscreens, all that kind of stuff there. So we've managed to put, non-essential stuff upstairs that you kind of need maybe once in a while if desired, and then more kind of everyday stuff like toothpaste down in the middle and bottom shelf. Lovely backlit mirror there again, really, really nice size, really like that. You do have on Holland America lovely Elemis toiletries, so you have got some hand soap here and lotion. You get a tissue box there, and underneath here you get some more towels and some spare toilet rolls, and that will take us then nicely around to the toilet area. So again, toilet and a toilet roll holder. Up here you get some more towels for the room, including little hand towels here. You can also utilise for your face if you wish, and then the larger shower/bath towels up there. Moving into the shower, one thing I'm really impressed with, it's a decent sized shower. It's quite a nice size, particularly for an inside cabin, but lovely kind of marble flooring. Up here you do get a really nice powerful shower head. Really appreciate that. You can adjust the kind of intensity of that as well if you wish. Again, more Elemis toiletries here in the form of shampoo, conditioner, and bath and body wash. Up there you do get a little laundry line, so you can pull that across and press that into the little holder over there, and that obviously means you can hang up things like wet swimming costumes, towels, those kind of bits and bobs. But the shower's got its usual kind of items, handrails and stuff for support, as well as a little post down there to utilise for shaving your legs. We really, really like the bathroom, really, really nice, and it's a very decent size. That will take us back into the main portion of the cabin. So now we come to the main part of the room. Now this here is a cabin for 3 people. So at the moment it is set up to be one large kind of king bed, but it's actually made of 2 singles. You can split it apart if you wish, and have separate spaces and stuff if you desire. But at the moment it's set up for a nice large bed and then a little sofa over there that converts it into the bed. I'll come back to that in a minute. I'll just move you over here to the left-hand side of the room, and we come to some more storage space here. Now, on the left-hand side, you have got the air conditioning controls for the room. It is a lovely air conditioning here. It keeps you really, really nice and cool and can get quite warm as well if you desire. Some lovely artwork there on the side. And then opening up this side of the wardrobe, you do get your life jacket here. There's 1 in each wardrobe, so you'll have 3 in here, as it's a maximum 3 occupancy cabin. Lots of hangers. I really appreciate this. I'm sure if you travel with little ones, or you've got dresses and evening outfits and all that kind of stuff, it's lovely to have a lot of hangers in your cabin. So you have got loads of storage space in here for your various different clothes, hangers and stuff with trouser clips on as well if you wish. Some space down the bottom for shoes, and if you see in the corner there as well, you do get this handy dandy orange umbrella. So if you do want to do an excursion outside or go for a walk in the rain, they give you a nice orange, very Dutch Holland America umbrella in your cabin for you to utilise as well. You do get on this particular door as well a nice full-size mirror. Shutting that cabin, shutting that wardrobe door, opening up this one. Very much the same on this side, minus the mirror. Again, plenty of space there. You can move those shelves down the bottom as well. So if you want to hang dresses that are a bit longer than that, you can do so. Plenty of storage space for shoes down the bottom, clothes, etc., as well as your life jackets just up the top. Moving to this one over here, we have got, again, more storage space, some more life jackets at the top, and again, plenty of storage space in here. Again, we've got some clothes in here at the minute. We're starting to come off this cruise now. We're just keeping the final few bits ready to go for our final day. But again, plenty of storage space in there. For 3 people, you basically got one each, which is really, really nice. And if I shut that up and move towards this, we've got some really nice deep drawers. Again, much like the other side, really, really deep, lovely drawers there to utilise for your stay. Moving over towards then the bed area, at the side of each of the bed, you do get a nice light there. You have got a little reading lamp you can put on, move, twist, aim as you so desire. Light controls for the room, and next to each side of the bed, you do have a USA plug socket as well as a USB port to utilise like we are for charging your devices. 2 little cabinets next to the bed. You do have some storage space in here. It's fairly kind of standard bedside storage space, again, good for socks or pajamas, whatever you wish, as well as a little cubby hole down there. One thing to note about the bed area as well, you may notice there's not a huge amount of space on the sides of things like suitcases. So what we've been doing is we've been putting out suitcases underneath the bed just to get them out of the way. And there is a little bit of storage space this side in particular where you can put 2 large suitcases and get them out of your way for your cruise. But lovely bed, it's pretty soft. The pillow is quite soft as well. And squidgy, you've got a harder pillow as well available. So you've got a bit of variety. The bear, unfortunately, doesn't come with the cabin. That was a gift for our boy on Christmas Day from Holland, America. But it is a lovely bed, lovely little headboard and lights. Over on this side, the storage repeats itself again with a little cubby hole, some storage space for those drawers. You get the TV remote for the room, USB port, USA plug socket, and the phone. Again, more light and switch there. And over here on this side, you do have the bed area for the third person. Now, this bed at the moment is obviously a sofa, but as you can see, there's a little clasp down here. Your attendant will come in and make it up each night for you, and it becomes a nice little soft bed. Perfect for the little ones, really nice. On there, you've got a nice large TV. It's quite good because you can be seen by all members of the bed, even on a person lying down, because you can move it away from the wall and tilt it. But you've got loads of on-demand movies on stuff on there, music, ship location. You can check your onboard bill, all that kind of stuff there. Really, really like that. Really, really handy to have. You've got the bin down there next to the sofa bed, and then this little space here, which is quite nice actually. We quite enjoyed having this. You've got up here in the top part a nice little kind of cabinet with some wine glasses, champagne flutes, that kind of stuff. We ended up putting this up here on the top just to get out of the way of our little one. But again, you can utilise that for whatever you wish throughout your time on board. This here comes in the room at the start, some information about, again, the mini bar and the prices, some of the cocktail prices there, tonic, beers, water, soft drinks, all those kind of bits and bobs, just to give you a rough idea. And your attendant will come and they'll total that up for you each day, charge your onboard account. Little ice bucket there if you wish to get some ice. And then this little space down here, as you can see, we've been utilising as a little snack cupboard. You may wish to use it for storing snorkeling gear or towels, whatever it may be. You'll find that there. And last but certainly not least, one more little closet kind of area down here, again for you to utilise as you wish for your time on board. That'll then bring us back round here towards the mirror of the room, little desk area, and finish our little tour here of the cabin. So again, this is an interior cabin here on deck 8, 8109. It's a lovely cabin here on Nieuw Statendam. We love obviously the orange accents and stuff for Holland, America. We love how much storage there is in here. Again, suitcases under the bed. You've got plenty of drawer space throughout the room for your various different items. Plenty of storage space for clothes. And overall, it's just a lovely cabin. What we really like, actually, is for the size of it, is plenty of room in here. You've got enough space to feel like you're not kind of on top of each other, which is sometimes a bit of an issue with the interior cabins, particularly if you have got 3 or 4 people. But this cabin is designed for 3. We really like it here on deck 8. And I'll give you a little bit more information in just a second about where it's located on board and some things to think about if you are considering this cabin for your cruise. So I hope you've enjoyed our brief tour there of our interior cabin on here on Nieuw Statendam, cabin 8109. I just wanted to touch briefly on the location of the cabin and whereabouts it is on the ship and give you an idea as to kind of things to think about if you are considering booking it. Now this is on deck 8 midship. It's just below the buffet and leader area. Now this particular cabin here versus the deck plan suggests, and from what we can gather upstairs, is that we're just underneath the kind of backstage / galley area of the buffet. Now, what that does mean is that throughout the day, you will hear a little bit of noise occasionally of things like trolley carts going past, maybe plates being moved, stuff like that. But it's very, very occasionally. Now, if you're a deep sleeper, you might be okay. But if you're a really, really light sleeper, it may be something worth considering. Now, my wife is a fairly light sleeper, but throughout the day, she has been able to nap in the cabin, but she does occasionally get woken up by the noise, so it is something to consider. That being said, bearing in mind that you are under a busy buffet deck essentially, there really isn't much noise. There's particularly no noise from seats being moved or scuffed or anything like that, because you're in the middle portion of the deck, obviously being an interior cabin. So I definitely kind of consider that if you do struggle with noise or you don't like any noise at all, maybe consider a cabin a bit lower down where the upper and lower decks are all cabins only. But equally, that being said, you never know what kind of noise you can get on a cruise ship, whether it's neighbours, stuff going on outside, galley space, backstage areas, whatever it may be. But I just thought I'd mention that you do get a little bit of noise from the deck above. It's not been too bad. But in terms of its location, it's a really, really good spot. So we're right in the middle, just down the corridor from the lift. You don't hear any lift noise either, so that's absolutely fine. But we've got a really nice spot. We're one deck below the buffet, like we say, which means you've just got to go along the corridor, up one, and you're straight into the buffet, which is really handy if you want to get things like water, juice, a cup of tea, or just go for a nice quick lunch, breakfast, or dinner. One above that, you've got the kids club drop-off area. So having a little one who's 5 years old, obviously he's in the kids club and stuff at times. And again, it's just 2 floors up, and you can go straight to kids club and collect him. And it's also really nice and easy if you do want to go for a nap in the afternoon and he's at kids club, that we can just wake up 2 minutes before, go collect him, and then we're all good to go. So really nice location for that. And even just being down the corridor from the elevators, it's really handy. You've only got to go down a few, and then you're in the heart of the ship again, near various bars, venues, and those kind of bits and bobs. So we really like having this interior cabin. We do like having a balcony, but whether it's budget or time of year, what's available, sometimes we do look at going into an interior. For this particular cruise, it was a last-minute Christmas cruise, and it was all that was available. But we've got a lovely, decent-sized cabin here. We really like the size, the space. The decor is obviously lovely with the nice little kind of orange accents and stuff around. And overall, we've really, really enjoyed it. But if you're looking at booking this cabin and you have any questions about its location, anything like that, please feel free to leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. I hope I've covered it and as much and as best detail as I possibly can for you in the video. But any questions, please feel free to drop those down below. That is it though for this video for the meantime. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button down below. Give us a like on the video as it helps us out a bunch. But we will see you in the next one. Many thanks for watching.
Welcome back to the channel.
Ready for another cruise? Let's go!